Well, good morning, cadre. It is Tuesday, July 24th, known as here in Utah as Pioneer Day. So I just barely got back from camping yesterday afternoon. Over the weekend, I checked in a little bit on what was going on, posted a couple pictures around the forum. But for the most part, I'm way behind. I didn't read up on a lot of journals. I read up on a few of them, but I didn't comment really. The internet connection there is spotty. It was really good first thing in the morning, really good in the evening. But then during the day, when more people were trying to access it in the campground, it just didn't work. So, I'm not worried about it though. For the most part, my phone was in my trailer. And I just wasn't on it very much. Just the way camping's supposed to be. So I last shaved Friday morning before I left. So I've got a pretty decent growth here. So I'm going to be removing that today. On deck is a soap that I love, Chiseled Faces Ghost Town Barber. I was going to use the Feather AC today, but I've got 4 DE blades sitting out. So I was like, nah. I'm going to use my Parker variant, which is another razor that I love, but I can dial up and down the aggressiveness and help me get what I want to remove this as quickly and efficiently as possible. I'm going to use a 3.5 today set. Well, let me phrase that. We'll start at 4. We'll probably end around a 3.5. So we're going to go ahead and get this started on the shave. I see that you guys didn't cause the site to collapse while I was gone. I know there were some jokesters out there. So we kept it afloat, which is good. I think, we're in those summer months where everyone's out. A lot of people are doing traveling and a lot of people are out having fun and just enjoying the outdoors, which is what we're supposed to be doing. So, brush today is going to be my Razor Rock barrel brush. That's what I grabbed. I dumped a little bit of the bloom water into my Captain's Choice bowl, the amount that I did not apply to my face to help soften things up. So, should be fun, should be good. So as I opened up, I mentioned that the 24th of July is in Utah called Pioneer Day. What that is basically just another excuse to light off fireworks. For people that are of the LDS faith, basically it's when they landed here in Utah. I say landed because obviously, those of you that aren't familiar, they traveled by hand carts and walked across, and they came over and they got into the Utah Valley. One of them said the famous line, well, I don't know, it's famous here. This is the place. This is where we're going to settle. So yeah, Pioneer Day. So in other words, another opportunity in the hottest time of the year to try and light our state on fire. That's effectively what it is. So more fireworks will be going off. They were going off last night. A lot of actual businesses and stuff are closed on the 24th in the state of Utah. So, not me, obviously. We work off of national holidays where I work. Got this a little funny. Might have put a little too much water down in there. We'll find out. Just be patient with the lather. Anyways, so for people like myself that are not of the predominant faith but live in Utah, we refer to it as something a little bit different. We call it Pie and Beer Day. So, we'll have a slice of pie and have a beer. I'll be doing that tonight when I go over to my parents'. We're meeting with some of the people that we're actually going camping with this Friday, where we're gone for a whole week. We're going Friday to Friday. So, should be an interesting trip. Looking forward to it. have to really incorporate this lather. I put a little bit too much balloon water down in there, so I'm just really working it. Good now. But yeah, so camping was a blast, guys. We went into this place near the Nebo Loop in EBO. If you want to look it up and get an idea of where we were. Beautiful place. Nice campground. We stayed there in May, but when we stayed in May, it was so dang cold. We had to run the heater every night. We were in long sleeves and everything. This time around, it was perfect temp. See, and then I had to add a little bit of water. Alright, but anyways, it was perfect temperature. Highs were in like the 80s, cooled off. I think the coldest night was like 58. So what's nice about a tent trailer, you just open those up, the windows, and you can hear the wind coming through. It's wonderful. We had one day of rain in the evening, which was nice. Really cooled things off. What's really neat is that the bugs were not that bad, like biting bugs, like mosquitoes, gnats, ticks. Didn't really have any of those. What we did have, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with these, but there were two types of beetle technically that were going around. I think there was a hatch. The box elder bug, which is a small, I think other places call them firebugs or something. You'd have to Google them. They're little tiny, red and black, and they can fly. They're harmless. Unless you're a box elder tree. Hence the name that they get, box elder bug. They were everywhere. Honestly, everywhere. Like, it was funny as yesterday morning, my wife and I are laying in bed. Kids are kind of stirring a little bit, and I hear pitter, 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 pitter pattering. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's starting to rain. And I'm like, we've got to close the windows the rest of the way. I'm sitting here thinking, great, we're getting ready to leave today, so now we're going to have to go home and open everything up to air it out completely because of the rain. You don't want to store the canvas wet, obviously, for long periods of time. So I'm sitting there looking, I look out the window and it's early, like dawn, sun's just barely coming up. There's no clouds. So I'm like, it's not raining. And I'm like, well, I'm up, I need to go to the restroom. Let's go pee, right? So I go outside and I turn around and I look. Our trailer looks like it's crawling. Well, it was so cold, I guess, that, when I mean cold, it was like in the 50s. It caused these bugs, I think, to not be able to fly or not be able to move. They were literally the tree that was hanging over our campground. They were just falling. Then they were hitting the trailer, and because the trailer was obviously warmer, then they're crawling all over the trailer and all over the tent parts. It was disgusting, to be honest with you. I mean, it looked like it was moving. So we had a bug storm. So we had to take the broom we're putting the trailer away and sweep them all off. Oh man, it was bad. So there you go. That's some serious beard reduction right there. Like, honestly, that razor is so efficient. I'm like, I've got it right here, but for the most part I'm DFS everywhere. Be like, I'm good, let's go to work if I wanted to. So pause it, rinse, be right back. So actually, for time purposes, I did my second pass off camera, cross the grain. So I'm getting ready for my third pass against the grain. Do that one on camera. So, who went on this trip? My parents went, my sister and her two kids. My sister doesn't have a trailer. Her and her youngest slept in my parents' trailer. My niece slept on in our trailer since we have a third bed too. The table turns into a bed, so that's nice. It was nice to get away with family, and we enjoyed it. You know, it's a campground where you can fish if you want to hike over to this trail. We didn't really want to walk over there with 4 kids. We hung around camp. They had a nice park. Kids played. We played games. Cooked some really good food in the Dutch ovens and just kind of kept it relaxing. Well, they all went home Sunday because my dad had to work Monday. So we stayed. I took Monday off of work. I wanted an extra day, and we all just kind of enjoyed our extra day and just relaxed yesterday. It was so nice. And you know, it's a good trip when you're getting ready to leave and your son goes, I don't want to leave. I want to stay camping the whole time. I guess that means you're doing something right and the kids are enjoying it. So the shave is done. We're going to go ahead and start the cleanup process and start moving forward. Quick recap, you know, I saw some great comments. I did win a PIP, I saw, so thank you, Dawn, for doing that. Thank you, everybody, for doing the amazing PIPs. I don't have a lot of updates for you guys in terms of what's coming up on the site because I haven't really had an opportunity to talk with Dave and Chris. Chris has been traveling. Dave's dealing with the school stuff and some other family items that are coming up with his mother-in-law, as some of you might know. So, you know, that's just kind of the nature of the beast. But what's neat is that the site has such a good group of people. I saw someone mention it, you know, they're all like, we all started kind of around the same time, you know, and I'm like, well, you know what, we really have. Site's little over 4 months old, we're almost to 5 months. We all started around the same time. We're a close-knit group, and that's what I really like about this website that we've built so far. It's neat. So, what I will say is kind of recap for you what's coming up for me. Tomorrow will be the last single shave. Wow, I'm smooth. With the Aristocrat. And then Thursday will be the last, well, not the last, but in this series that I'm doing, single shave with the Timeless. Oh, I didn't pull the lather. Sorry, guys, it's already in there. Most of you already know lather at Chiseled Face. Good lather. It's not the best stuff, but it's very serviceable. Really good soap. Actually, there's one more scent that I want of his, and that's the Trade Winds. I like that rendition of Old Spice. I just haven't bought it yet. I might when I get back from my vacation. I don't want a lot of stuff sitting in my mailbox while I'm gone for a week. Even though I have a neighbor coming to get the mail, you just can't trust that they'll get it every single day. So, but anyway, so that will happen on Thursday. Friday, I leave in the afternoon, again, to drive 2.5 hours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the comparison shave of the two, and then I'll try and recap what I think of both razors, and I'm going to do my best to make a judgment call on if I could only have one, which one would I pick. It'll be hard. So I have that planned. And then I'm gone for a week. And this is a new campground we haven't been to before. It's our family reunion where my great grandparents, they had 12 kids. My great grandma was the oldest of 12. So all 12 families every year get together for a week-long camping trip. And we used to do it in a city called Farron at a state park called Millside, but they closed that campground for the year because they are redoing it because the lake there, they have well, reservoir. They built the dam up higher because the farmers need more water during the year. So most of the campground's underwater. So that's what's going to happen there. We're going to try and, so they moved it to a different city, different campground called Mount Pleasant Campground. So we've got the whole campground reserved. If you can imagine, literally the whole campground will be family. So we'll be there for a week. I am going to pack shaving gear. I'm going to try and get at least one shave in. I will try and record it. When it will be uploaded, I have no clue. I haven't camped there before. I don't know what the service is like. I don't know if it will be enough to upload a video. I don't know if it'll be enough just to like occasionally send a text message. I have no idea. But I imagine one of the days we'd probably drive into town. And so if we drive into town, maybe we'll stop for lunch and I can sit down and upload the video. But it will happen at least once. So I'm obviously going to finish up with the Chiseled Base Ghost Town Barber. So that's what's coming. If the socks arrive before I leave Friday, I'll sit down and try and record a video of me unboxing those and my reaction to all the socks. Mr. Don, I think that would be neat. So, if that happens, I'll let you know. Well, you guys will know. I'll upload it. I personally really like this scent. I know some of you guys don't. It's more of a rugged scent. I just enjoy it. It's not my favorite by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not as big into it as some others, but I respect it for what it is, and I enjoy it, and I get good results with it. I won't do this on camera because I'm going to go change. I can't wear a Montgomery Gentry t-shirt. Yes, I'm a country fan. Love country music, so I can't. Rest in peace, right? One of them. So I'm going to wear this. Enjoyed their concerts. I've been to a couple of them. But I'm going to go change. Can't wear this to work today. Today I'm doing 3 interviews. I have 3 mid-year performances to write because our calendar, our fiscal year, obviously, we're at the end of the half-year mark. So I'm going to write, I have 3 more evaluations I need to write. And then tomorrow, I need to administer half of my team, have my performance evaluation check-in. So I'm just super busy this week. It's kind of a bad week for a short week, but I don't care. So I'm going to finish with this. I think is it EDT or EDP? EDP. Eau de Parfum. After I change, I'll do that. So that's the shave today. I had a great one. I'm going to get ready the rest of the way for work. I'll check in. I'm going to try and get completely caught up in all of your guys' journals. Let me just say this. If I don't comment on each one individually, just know that I have read it. I am getting up to date, up to speed. I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to be way behind after this next camping trip. So I hope you guys all have a wonderful Tuesday. Have a slice of pie, have a beer, do something Utah today. Hope you guys all have a good one. Enjoy, Cadre.